All right, I'm recording, so I had to do that. So, who hates their roommate? All right. So I'm pretty new to stand-up, but my best friend growing up, he did a lot of stand-up, and he would go up and I'd be like, what are you going to talk about? And he'd be like, I don't know. Which is terrifying, but he would just look at the audience and say things about the audience. He would look at a guy and be like, hey, check out this guy's shirt. It's dumb, right? Who gave you that shirt, a dumb person? And he was a lot funnier than I was, though. But I figured out I can't do that, mainly because I'm too nice. Like, I will call out an audience member and I'll be like, hey, check out this guy in the glasses. Look at this guy in the glasses and his symmetrical face and strong jawline. What are you, handsome or something? Boom, roasted. I want to be you. Or I'd look at a girl and I'd be like, hey, everybody, look, check out this girl's shoes. Look at this girl's shoes. They go perfectly with your outfit. What are you, fashionable or something? Boom, roasted. I wish you got me dressed every morning. Or I'd be like, hey, check out this girl over here. Look at this girl. With her hair and her eyes. What are you? Beautiful or something? I think I love you. Boom, roasted. I'm single. So I'm a nice person because my parents raised me extremely religious, and in church you're taught not to say mean things to people when they're there. But I was raised extremely religious. Nothing wrong with that. I love religious people, except I was also raised extremely stupid. So I didn't understand miracles. I didn't understand miracles were so great because they were miraculous. So one day I was 5 years old. I was in kindergarten, and I was learning about Jesus healing a blind guy in Sunday school. And pretty much what happened was Jesus called the blind guy over. He picked up some dirt, and he spit in it. And then he rubbed the dirt in the blind guy's eyes. Which, I mean, that's not a big deal. That's not a bad thing for a kid to learn. But I had a blind kid in my kindergarten class. It gets better. So one day I'm on the playground, and Thomas was the blind kid's name. He's over by the tetherball courts, and I'm like, Thomas, come here. And so he walks over there like this, because I think that's how a blind guy walks. And I was like, all right, Thomas, come here. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you out, Thomas. So I get some dirt, and I spit in it, and then I rub the dirt in Thomas's eyes. And guys, this is a completely true story, I promise. So I rub the dirt in Thomas's eyes, get it nice and good in there. And I swear to God, this is what happened next. Thomas kind of looks confused, like he doesn't know what just happened. And he kind of looks around. And then he looks at me. And I wouldn't lie to you guys. I swear to God, the next thing he says is, ah! Because that's what happens when you rub mud in a blind kid's eyes. It hurts. Trust me. So like I said, I grew up really religious, so we had a bunch of weird rules in our house and a bunch of strict rules. One of our strict rules was my parents wanted me not to smoke, which is fair, but they're like, never ever smoke. Your grandpa died from smoking. Don't ever smoke. And so I went to college, and my first week of college, someone walked up to me and they're like, hey, do you want a cigarette? And my response was, okay. And I smoked ever since. I smoked for about 5 years. And I've just recently started trying to quit, and thank you. But I'm just recently trying to quit, and I didn't quit for the health benefits or the cost benefits. I quit because people judge you when you smoke. Like, I've had several times I'm outside smoking, and someone I've never met comes up to me and they're like, hey, just so you know, that kills you. Which I already know, so I try to be very polite, and I'm like, oh, I already know that. I choose to do it anyway. Thank you, though. But it got really annoying at some point, so I started responding like this. People would come up to me and be like, hey, just so you know, smoking can kill you. And I'd say, what? And I would pull out my pack of cigarettes and look at the warning label and say, what the hell? And I'd throw them away and make a big deal, and they'd be like, good for you. I'm sure they went home and they're like, honey, I got a kid to stop smoking today. It was wonderful. But that always really annoyed me, except one time. One time, because it was a different person than normal, one time I was outside, I was smoking a cigarette, and this kid comes up to me. He had to be 8 years old, tops. He was in a little schoolboy uniform, had a little cowlick, short shorts, clip-on tie, knee-high socks, just an awkward-looking little kid. And he comes up to me, just the cutest thing ever, and he says, Mister, I just wanted you to know that we've learned about smoking in school, and it's bad for you, and it can kill you, and I don't want you to die. And I mean, exactly, that's how I felt. What do you do with that when this little kid sincerely cares about you? He's never met you, but he sincerely cares about you. I had no idea what to do. So, like any decent human being, I take my cigarette and I put it out on his forehead. Which isn't my fault. I mean, where was this kid's parents? He was just like, guys, I'm going to go around and save people's lives. And they're like, okay, buddy, have fun. Wasn't my fault. He deserved it. So I started smoking. My family didn't like it, but they still supported me. Families are interesting. I've noticed that every family has one thing that's weird about them that they don't like people saying, one phrase that's not allowed. I went to a friend's house once, and I accidentally got frustrated. I said, geez. And their dad walked in and said, we don't say geez in this house because it's half of Jesus. Which is a little weird. But my family has weird things, too. Like, my family won't say they hate the phrase shop till you drop. Which is weird, I know. It's probably because my grandma died in Walmart, but whatever. So I'm going to follow up that dead grandma joke with talking about kids. Do you remember when you were kids and you thought you could be anything you wanted to be? And then you grew up and you realized you can't? But there's still a couple of places where you can. You can still be whoever you want to be in places like Disneyland, or your dreams, or like the internet. And my place where I can be whatever I want to be is in my car when I'm alone. And when I'm in my car alone, I can be whatever I want to be, and almost always I want to be black. I listen to rap music. Thank you. I'm almost there. I listen to rap music a lot, and when I'm with my super white friends, I'm like, this is funny because we don't like this music, but we're listening to it anyway, right? That's funny. It's ironic. But then I drop my friends off, and I become Jay-Z. It's bad. One time I was in the character. I was being Jay-Z, 99 Problems, and I got pulled over by a cop. And so the cop pulls me over. I roll down my window, and he is like, son, do you know what I'm stopping you for? And I was like, because I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir? I don't know. Am I under arrest or should I guess some more? And he said, sir, are you intoxicated? I'm not very good with women. Maybe it's because I think I'm Jay-Z. But women don't like me very much, which is sad because I think women are beautiful. Girls, you are so sexy, and it makes me jealous. Yeah, let's hear it for the girls, for the sexiness of girls. But it's not fair because guys can't be sexy. I don't care how good looking you are. You can be handsome, but you can't be sexy. And here's my proof. Girls, you can say the sexiest things. And if a guy's turned on, especially because it doesn't even have to be sexy. Once a guy's turned on, you can whisper anything, and the guy's into it. Like, you can go up to a guy when he's turned on and be like, I want to paint the walls purple. And the guy's going to be like, yeah, we can paint those walls purple. We can paint those walls purple all night. Or you could even go up to a guy that you've never met before and just be like, hey, I'm wanted for third-degree murder. And the guy would be like, oh, you're a bad girl. But guys, we don't have that. We can't say sexy things. We just sound dumb. The closest thing we can get is saying nice things. Like, the sexiest things I think I can say to a girl is like, say, girl, hey, baby, I want to watch The Notebook with you. And cry at the end. Or like, if I'm just like, no, baby, no, baby. That dress doesn't make you look fat. Which is weird, because those are the sexiest things I can say to a girl. The sexiest thing a girl can say to me is, say we're at home, and we just had a nice dinner, we're sitting on the couch, and if the girl leans in really sweet and she just whispers, yes, I will have sex with you. Sexiest thing they can possibly say. I'm like, okay, let's go. It's also unfair that girls can wear sexy outfits. Like, you know, a girl can wear a sexy nurse outfit or a sexy maid outfit. But my favorite is the sexy schoolgirl outfit. Hey! You know, the short skirt and they can get away with that because they're so cute and they can say things like, I need some extra credit. But that would never work for me. Like, one time I went home. If I ever went home to a girl and was like, hey, baby, I got you something, and I pulled out a schoolboy outfit, the girl would just be confused. Like, what am I supposed to do? Pull on my knee-high socks and my short shorts, clip on a tie? And she'll be like, oh, baby. And you're like, what are we going to do tonight? And I'd be like, nothing, because you have cooties. And I mean, what are girls supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with schoolboys? She would probably just look at me and then put her cigarette out on my head. All right, thank y'all so much.